Hey there, beautiful soul. Welcome to Lean on Me, your sanctuary in the chaos, your compass through life's storms. Just by being here, you're already saying yes to your growth, your healing, and your power. So if you're ready for a life of deeper meaning, more balance, and practical wisdom that truly lands, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. This is just the beginning. Together, we'll spark a ripple effect of peace and clarity in a world that often feels like too much. If you find value here, share it. Let's build a community that lifts each other up, one insight at a time. Let's dive in. Today's story is raw, real, and so important. It's called Betrayed by My Best Friend, the 5 steps that saved me from total breakdown. In a dimly lit room, a young woman, Amara, sits on her bed clutching a tear-streaked diary. The air feels heavy, like a storm just passed, and all you can hear is the soft, broken sound of her sniffling in the quiet. She was my person, my ride or die, the one who knew everything. My secrets, my wildest dreams, my deepest fears. We were the kind of friends who finished each other's sentences, who texted good night and good morning, who could sit in silence and still feel connected, until she wasn't. The betrayal wasn't just a crack in the foundation. It was an earthquake. Every secret I whispered, every vulnerable thought I scribbled in my diary, every piece of my heart I entrusted to her, she exposed it all. And not just exposed, weaponized. The pain, it was like drowning in the very ocean where I thought she was my lifeboat. I won't sugarcoat it. When I found out, it felt like my world tilted off its axis. My heart raced, my thoughts spiraled. How could she do this to me? What did I do to deserve this? Will I ever trust again? That moment was my rock bottom. But it wasn't the end of my story. I realized I had 2 choices. Let this betrayal define me, or find a way to rise from it. Here are the 5 steps that helped me not just survive, but thrive after heartbreak, betrayal, and those moments when life knocked me down so hard I wasn't sure I could get back up. Step 1, feel it fully. I stopped pretending I was okay. I let the mask slip. I cried until my chest hurt. I screamed into pillows. I let the grief crash over me like a tidal wave, knowing that pain is not something to avoid. It's a teacher. It shows us what we loved, what we lost, and what matters. It carves out space for growth. And here's the truth. You can't heal what you don't let yourself feel. So I sat in the storm, messy and raw, and let it be. Step 2. Take space, even when it hurts. I cut the cord. I stopped texting, stopped checking their socials, stopped replaying every memory on a loop. Not because I wanted to be cold or petty, but because I needed to protect my peace. Distance isn't weakness, it's self-respect. I learned that it's okay to miss someone and know they're not meant to be in your life. It's okay to love from afar and still let go. Sometimes space is the only way to start breathing again. Step 3, find your people, your true ones. Healing is not a solo journey. I reached out to family, to friends who reminded me who I was before the pain, to a therapist who helped me untangle the messy knots in my mind. I stopped pretending I had it all together, and I let others hold me up. I let them remind me that I wasn't broken, I was just human. Vulnerability opened doors I didn't even know existed. It taught me that we all need a tribe. You deserve support. You don't have to do this alone. Step 4, rebuild yourself, brick by brick. When betrayal shatters your world, it also shatters your sense of self. I had to ask myself the hard question, who am I without their love, without their validation? The answers didn't come overnight, but I started small. I picked up hobbies I'd abandoned, I wrote, I created, I tried new things. I reminded myself every day, I am worthy, I am whole, I am enough. I learned to celebrate my own wins, to love my own company, to build a life that felt like mine, not one that revolved around someone else. Step 5, forgive, for me, not for them. Let me be honest, forgiveness was the hardest part. It wasn't about saying what they did was okay. It wasn't about letting them back in or pretending the hurt never happened. It was about me, about releasing myself from the chains of anger and resentment that were weighing me down. I realized I couldn't move forward while dragging the weight of what they did, so I chose to forgive, not because they deserved it, but because I deserved peace. And no, I didn't forget. I set boundaries. I kept my circle sacred. I learned that forgiveness is an act of freedom, a gift you give yourself to heal, to grow, and to move on. Betrayal can break you, but it can also build you. You are stronger than you think. Your story isn't over. If this resonates with you, share it with someone who might need to hear it. And tell me in the comments, how did you heal from betrayal? Your healing matters. You matter. Thanks for being here. Stay strong, and let's keep rising together.